Hi, good evening, everybody. My name's Craig White. Thank you very much for spending a few moments just watching our introductory video. Why many people join us this evening. And again, thank you for taking an interest in our company. I know there's many of you from around the Republic of Ireland, the UK, and certain selected European countries that are looking for an extra part-time income, maybe a full-time career, maybe just that extra money that so many people are looking for nowadays. Excuse me. My name, as I said, is Craig. My responsibility this evening is just to quickly share some information with you. And what I will say, guys, is chances are you may have a few questions. The high possibility is that we'll answer them as I go along with this short presentation about our business. And it will give you some food for thought. And I'm quite confident at the end of the presentation you'll probably have a few questions with regards to how this business can suit you and fit into what it is exactly you're looking for. So again, thank you for joining us this evening. Just quickly, a little bit of housekeeping. There is a high possibility, due to the joys of the internet world, that you could have the slight freeze sometimes with internet connections. So stick with us. If you do get that for whatever reason due to broadband connectivity, then it will catch up and you'll be able to continue enjoying this short presentation. So the reason I'm here this evening is I head up a group, the Imagine Group, and I'm the head of recruitment and support, and we're basically looking for some fantastic people to join our winning team at the moment. So I really just want to give you an idea of what our business is about, what's available, and just give you the information so you can discuss things further with one of our network leaders who would have sent you along to join us this evening. So what do these people have in common? Well, we've just got 4 photos here of a few couples, successful entrepreneurs, you should say, within our organisation. We've got Bob Webb, who's an ex-teacher, Mike and Amanda Bibby, ex-prison officer and ex-hairdresser. I'll let you decide which one was which. Peter and Claire Rear and Peter and Jackie White. And I think you'll find these guys are from different areas of the country. They've got different experience and background. But what they do have in common is a fantastic income. And they are some of our network leaders that have helped pave the way and create the support infrastructure that we offer today for people either on a part-time or full-time basis. But they're rewarded accordingly for their responsibility and their hard work, just in any business. Team leaders, supervisors, managers, etc. get rewarded for that responsibility that they give. And these guys are some of the leaders within our organisation across the United Kingdom, Republic of Ireland. But one of the key things they have in common is they made a decision to escape from just earning a living. Now, you will have noticed that they all had the word X next to their previous occupations. And we do find many people join us on a part-time basis for that extra income alongside an occupation, and sometimes find more often than not that they really enjoy working under our umbrella, having the freedom and the responsibility to pick and choose their hours. And that's what we're looking for, is self-motivated, self-disciplined, genuine, hard-working, nice people to join our winning team. And these guys made a decision to escape from just earning a living. So I just want to explain this to you momentarily. This is what's commonly known as the 45-year work plan. When we leave further education, we tend to go into some form of employment, and typically the average income when someone first starts out in work is between £10,000 to £14,000 per annum, which this chart represents. Then, providing people generally keep in the same industry, stick with the same company, keep their nose clean, and if their face fits, etc., people can progress up to that senior management level in the corporate hierarchy. And many people, the top 5% even, manage to earn in excess of £30,000 per annum. Then for the following 35-ish years, up to the age of 65, even 30 years, aside from incremental pay increases and with the cost of living, which we know is a little bit reverse at the moment, people's income tends to plateau. And then at the age 65, 67, if someone's been paying into a private pension, they're actually expected to live on a third of what they used to. Now that's the common work environment out there today, and it's actually the reason why the biggest proportion of financial debt in the UK and Europe is held by the group 65 years and over, because many people are following this work environment plan where they're working for a boss and really being paid what somebody else thinks they're worth. Well, this is where our business is slightly different. Our company is very clever, where they offer a compensation plan and a reward program where you can very much pick and choose your hours and therefore your income. And it gives people that freedom. And this is what the guys on the first slide made a decision to escape from just earning a living and being sort of just over broke and really not getting anywhere fast. This is our compensation plan. Now you'll see the way the chart goes is completely different. It starts in a very similar place. I mean, most people that join our business that we work with and support are earning, again, between £10,000 to £12,000 per annum, part-time though, in their first year, usually alongside other full-time occupation, businesses, or family commitments. What our compensation and reward plan and our system allows, though, is to people for very much pick to very much pick the time, but also to work the system and work as hard as they choose. Now, our career path offers people to build a small business from home that can in turn grow to pay them in excess of £50,000 per annum. But again, having the freedom and flexibility to really, work under their own umbrella, which is fantastic. So, moving on, why do most people want financial independence? Well, this was just a little bit of a research done by a university in the UK, and it showed what they did is they tracked 125-year-olds to the age 65, and they just found this. 1 would be rich, 4 would be financially independent, 6 would still need to be working, 32 would be dead, and 57 would be dependent upon the state. Now, I'm not sure which group that you would prefer to be in, but I'm quite confident it would be one of the top two. Money's not everything, but it gives us the feeling of security, and it's why we have jobs. It gives us something to do. We get paid, obviously, what we're worth, and then obviously we have the opportunity to go out there and earn an extra income, which is why many of you are here today. But yeah, the top 5% actually typically run their own business. Now, most of us don't do that, and I'm quite confident, whether you've run your own business in the past, whether it's something you've considered, I'm very confident that everyone at some point has dreamt about being their own boss, maybe running their own business. But most of us don't do it because we don't want to gamble our homes, risk hard-earned savings, work 2 to 5 years just to break even seems crazy, and be tied to rents, rates, and overheads. So what is the alternative? Well, it's really the business opportunity I want to share with you this evening. Our company is a corporate identity called Findel. The most successful brand under their umbrella is the Clean Easy brand. Now, I'm sure many people have heard of the brand, come across it on the internet with our advertising campaign, and chances are maybe have seen the catalogues of the home shopping part of our business over the previous few years. I mean, we've been trading now for 88 years, 89 years this year. Now, Clean Easy offers a unique opportunity. Now, obviously, I'm biased because I work with the company, but it offers you home shopping. It's the fastest growing trend in retail worldwide today. It's the power of the home shopping catalogues. The great thing is, Clean Easy is the #1 home shopping company across Europe today. So that gives me confidence. We couple that with a network marketing compensation plan. Basically, it's no different to a normal corporate hierarchy, other than the fact that you can choose to promote yourself rather than relying on somebody else. And that gives you total flexibility of hours, no targets, no outlay, no residual income, no premises, no rent, no boss, no staff, no risk whatsoever. And it actually offers you an income structure that's the most powerful device worldwide. People are earning, as you saw from the first slide, anything from 80,000 up to, £250,000 a year in our business. So again, that gives me confidence. If you're looking for something part-time or even a full-time career to earn, an income of £30,000-40,000 or euros, we do have that opportunity for you as well. But again, you've got the flexibility to be your own boss, which is just absolutely fantastic. So how does our business work? Well, a little bit about the opportunity. As I said already, we've been trading successfully for 88 years, 89 this year, and we've been in profit every single year since inception. There is very few companies, if any other, in the UK today that can boast that success story. Integrity, we're a founder member of the UK Direct Selling Association. Guys, basically what that is, it's a governing body to ensure companies work high ethics here in the UK. Every industry has them, and it's a very important and integral part of any industry. So we're a founder member. We're also endorsed by the Office of Fair Trading, which you'd expect from an 89-year-old company. And results, as I said, we're already producing incomes in excess of £250,000 per annum. So again, that gives me confidence that anyone can earn a very regular, reliable, strong part-time or full-time income anywhere in the UK, Republic of Ireland, Holland or Germany. Now, our mass market, this just represents the UK and Ireland. There's actually over 38 million homes, probably knocking on the door of 40 million since this slide was produced. But the great thing is we've got hard to find products. The catalogue does all the selling for you. We also have online web shops, which each distributor has a personalized shop, which allows them to promote their business online and with our home shopping catalogues. The great thing is as well, if any of you know much about business, and I'm sure you do, the best kind of business in the world is repeat business, and that's what our business offers. And again, the great thing is, when you come to warm market and knowledge, 70% of the population know us, trust us, and given a chance would use us. Now, we've actually only hitting around about 25-26% of the UK Republic of Ireland at the moment, and we produce around about £80 million worth of business. So we're looking to expand dramatically just to deal with the current demand, hence the marketing campaign which you've responded to wherever you may be. Okay, method of operation, it's fantastic. It's very simple. It's literally with our home shopping catalogue, it's simply delivering and collecting the catalogues to households, friends, neighbours, etc., giving people an opportunity to shop from the comfort of their own home. Those that buy, we simply give them a friendly, regular, reliable service. Now, there's no limitations for growth. You can operate anywhere in the UK, Republic of Ireland, Holland or Germany. You have no boss. Though I will say, guys, one of the attributes we're looking for is people that can respect themselves enough to employ themselves. You also can work, full-time, part-time or spare time. And again, the opportunity from the career prospects, we are looking to train team leaders up to help us expand our network dramatically across the Republic of Ireland and UK at the moment. And you can do so through recommending and promoting the business. Now, the great thing is there's 3 ways you can earn your income, and I'm going to run through these with you very quickly. We earn retail profit, then we have a 4 weekly volume profit, and there's also the opportunity to earn what's known as royalty bonuses, and they are really there to inspire people to become leaders and trainers within our organization and follow the career plan we have to offer. So very quickly, you earn 33% retail profit from day one. Now, that's 33% of our sales plan value, simply by delivering and collecting the catalogues, generating orders and giving a fantastic service. Now, that equates to just over 20% in pounds or euros retail value. Sales plan value, guys, the 33% is just because we operate in the euro and the pound, so it's very important we have a common figure, but it equates to just over 20%. And the great thing is the catalogue, as I've already said, does the selling for you. I mean, who do you know that doesn't use household everyday essentials, health and beauty products, cleaning products, garden and DIY? Everything you can possibly ever imagine is available within our catalogue, and it's repeat business, everyday household essentials, which, guys, I think is very important right now, especially when people are looking for a more cost-effective way of shopping for these essentials, and that's what convenience of home shopping offers. Okay, how to create an immediate income. Simply deliver and collect back 300 plus catalogues a week. That's about 10 to 12 hours, no more. Sometimes we find people are much, much quicker than that. Over a clean, easy 4-week period, you would be generating approximately 1,000 to 1,200 euros in business. Now, we like to play it down a little bit. There's a high possibility you'd generate much more. Now, retail profit, that's your 20%. That's cash in your pocket over the 4 weeks. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, the company pay you a volume profit on the total volume of sales. So your combined income for around about 40 hours work over the month would be £269, 323 euros. Now, that's a cracking income when you can very much work in the pockets of time that suit you and pick and choose your hours simply by following the proven successful system that we have in place today. Obviously, you can choose to commit many more hours. We do find typically most of our distributors are working 15 to 20 flexible hours a week part-time, and obviously full-time people are double and trebling that activity. And obviously, by doing so, you double and trebling your income as well, which is a great asset of the business. We also have a fantastic another string to our bow. We have our home shopping catalogues, which have been working now for, since 1923, and we also have a party plan where we actually find hostesses that want to host and book parties where they can go around and in a friendly atmosphere, show people our product range, and basically, just find people who are generating orders in the comfort of people's own homes. So it's very in trend. It's gone full circle, and we've got 2 opportunities here. We've got Easy Cook, which is celebrity chef designed and recommended product range, fantastic range of products, and we also have a fabulous Easy Spa range, which includes a very successful brand called Helen Cosmetics, which I believe they sponsor Miss UK or Miss World. I'm not sure which one exactly. But how this works is we find our hosts book and host 2 parties a week. It's about an average of 7 to 8 hours a week, actually. And on average, over a 4-week period, with party sales of £200, 250 euros, again playing it down a little bit, our hostesses that are running these parties and demonstrating products are generating orders, £1,600 to €2,000 per 4-week cycle. And you can see here the increased retail profit and volume profit gives you the opportunity to earn £431 or about €538. So that's fantastic, and full training and support is supplied even if you've not got experience in that side of the business. So we have two strings to our bow. We have our powerful home shopping catalogues coupled with our online web shops, which generates phenomenal business, has been generating £80 million worth of turnover, works extremely well. And we have our new string to our bow, but it's really been running from just before Christmas, which is Party Plan. And it allows people two opportunities to pick and choose which one suits them, or in many cases, people are doing both just to double, treble, quadruple their income. So that's fantastic how that works. The volume profit, just to show you how it breaks down really. The company are very clever. They're kind of offering you a carrot and saying, hey, look, here's a compensation and reward plan. Come and earn as much as you're willing to work for. So you can see here, if you look, I'm pointing at the screen, you can't see me pointing. But if you see here, you'll see retail value £780 at the bottom rung of the ladder. This is where you enter the first bonus level of 10%. Then by increasing your volume, you can earn extra bonuses from 13, 15, 18, 21, or right at the top, building a business that does in excess of £9,000 worth of sales in 4 weeks, where you're earning the maximum volume profit bonus any one of our distributors can earn. And that's fantastic. Now, we do find typically our retail distributors, through delivering and collecting catalogues, building and servicing customers, or hosting parties, would typically generate sales up to around anywhere from £1,000 to £4,000 per month, depending upon how committed they want to be. So again, earning anything from £269 to £1,300 per month by simply following a proven successful system. What we then find for people to access the higher bonuses, we do find we start to work with, train and support people in helping us with the recruit and support infrastructure. So we train team leaders, and it typically is our team leaders that access the maximum bonus levels of 21 and 24%. Not always, many people do retail that, but it's typically our team leaders. And I want to show you how that can work and how it breaks down for you. And this is the best visual way I can do so on this on the internet presentation this evening. What it shows is, how we would be training and supporting a team leader to help us recruit and support 10 new distributors into our organisation across the UK and Republic of Ireland today. So this is where you'd be looking after and supporting a team of distributors. Now this just shows you, an idea of how it would break down and how you would be rewarded accordingly. So what it shows here is it shows you just doing typically £1,000 worth of business. I've not broke it down into euros there, guys, just because it wouldn't fit in the boxes. And then by helping and supporting 10 distributors to work with us part-time to generate £1,000 worth of orders and earn the income they deserve to do. It's all help and support, and we've got the support infrastructure that really does guarantee that success. So what happens now is, because of you and the support, recruiting, etc., there's now actually £11,000 or euros coming into the Clean Easy organisation under their umbrella. So they're going to reward you accordingly. So if it was pounds, if you're working in the UK, your income for doing this would be £1,234 per calendar month, or per 4 weeks, sorry. And then, if obviously you're in Ireland, your income would be €1,305, which I'm sure you've seen. Now the magic to understand here, guys, is you're simply doing 6 to 8 hours a week, generating your own £1,000 worth of business, building and servicing a customer base, and you're helping and supporting 10 people to do the same. Now most of our distributors actually do this part-time alongside full-time family and work commitments. Okay, most of our team leaders do this part-time. So this is an annual income of £16,000 and about 18,000 euros per annum part-time. Now I'm not sure if that kind of income interests you, but it's what we find a lot of people get involved in our business, get the confidence, earn their own income, and genuine nice people typically do well in our business because it's about helping and support other people to make a difference in their lifestyle today. And we would love to train people to do so. So that may well be of interest to you, and you may have some skills. We are looking for approximately 1,000 team leaders across the Republic of Ireland and UK today. To help us, deal with that 10,000 distributor growth that we require. Okay, so that's fantastic. Upon doing so, we will continue to train you, and this is how our executives would access the royalty bonus income, and it's simply by once you've become a team leader, you'd have the support and opportunity, and the company dangle the carrot again and say, hey, look, you've got that knowledge, you've got that experience, keep helping us grow the business. If you can train some team leaders up, we will reward you accordingly. So this just represents you again looking after your team, and then having gone on and helped and trained a couple of team leaders yourself. Guys, this business is very simple. Typically full-time this would take 6 to 8 months to achieve this level of business. Part-time obviously double that. But what happens here is there's now £33,000 worth of business coming into the company organisation because of you, your recruitment and your support and training, and they will reward you with an income in excess of £28,000 or euros per annum. And yes, some people do this with us part-time as well. Many full-time, but some people part-time. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of how that can work. Moving on, you can build a real fantastic future with our business, and this is again one of the carrots. The company would like people to achieve the senior executive distributor level, and again by doing so they're just going to reward you with a fantastic income. And this is how people build an annual income in excess of £40,000 per annum, like I showed you on the very first few slides. This is something where we're looking for more committed, focused people with good people skills, genuine and honest people that really like working with other people and have ambition. So this is a great opportunity where you can very much become a trainer and be helping and supporting people to run their own independent business. A fantastic way to make an income by helping and supporting others. And again, different from the corporate hierarchy where, this is our hierarchy here. It's our sales and awards plan. And we all start as a distributor here, and you promote yourself through implementing a proven system, working hard, and literally you reward yourself through, I suppose, the longevity of time and effort, your business builds. And I've shown you up to what we call the SED level. Our rewards and compensation plan, I'll be honest with you, it's second to none in Europe. Absolutely, 100%. It rewards people exactly what they're worth with their effort and their development and their training and their knowledge that they gain in the business and then coach and support onto other people. There is many other rewards as well. Let me see if this next slide's correct. I think this next slide, yes. And the other rewards are, again, more carrots where they have foreign conferences and car rewards. The foreign conferences, you would have seen some of the trips on the initial video. The foreign conferences are reward every year. For those that work hard and meet a criteria, the company reward them with a 5, 6, 7 day trip somewhere around the world, 5-star all expenses paid. They're phenomenal and they're great rewards for hard work. And also the company have a car reward program. In fact, since 2005, the company have given away to distributors in excess of £1 million worth of cars. Now they're not company cars, they're rewards for people that have met a certain criteria. They've been awarded with that car. Many people still drive them today, but also many people have sold them and used that increased income for whatever reasons they sold them for. So I hope that gives you an insight into our business. It's a very simple business opportunity. We're looking for independent distributors to work from home under our umbrella. It gives you the opportunity to work with us part-time, full-time, or even carve out a career. Our business works in the home shopping market. All of our distributors deliver and collect catalogs, build and service a customer base, host parties if that's something they should choose to do. And then those that have more ambition, we work with, train and support them to help us grow our network over the coming years into the future. And guys, it's one of them things, I'll be honest with you, I know I'm biased again, but it's the right time, it's the right place, and our business is booming, and we're just looking for the right people to join our winning team. So what I'd like to do now is hand over to a colleague of mine. His name's Richard Woods. I've been lucky enough to work with him now for 8 years. He's become a great friend, and he's going to share with you how, following the system we've got in place, and what I've just shared with you, how it's made a difference with him. And I think that's very important, that you can speak to a real life distributor who's making a difference and making a change in their life, and hopefully you can see how this business really does work in today's current and economic climate. So I'm going to pass over to Richard. Bear with us for a short delay, and I'll look forward to speaking to you soon.
Hey everybody, yeah, I'm Richard, like Craig just said. Thank you very much for that. I'm not going to take up a lot more of your time, just another sort of 5 to 10 minutes, exactly like what Craig said, to explain basically how I got started with the business, where we are at the moment, and yeah, kind of how it's going. Again, Craig's already said it, but I think it's really important to find out about real people. So yeah, here I am. I'm real. And yeah, as I say, I just want to explain my story. So if you just bear with me for 2 seconds, where I very quickly upload my presentation, and then we can get cracking. So yeah, as it says here, our journey so far, kind of how it all started for me, sort of 8 years ago now. Trying to explain what it is as a, as a 24-year-old, what you are. Well, yeah, I kind of was one of the lads. I like going down the pub. I certainly enjoyed my football. Wasn't any better than Sunday League, but it was a lot of fun. Again, playing with all of my friends. Was on the pool team. I did really enjoy my swimming as well. Kind of took a little bit of a back seat. Again, I was 24. I was enjoying myself, being down the pub and all the rest of it. That doesn't go very well with swimming, but it was good fun. And yeah, that's where I was. That's what I was doing. Work background. I've always been in manual labour since leaving school, so it was factories, it was warehouses. Again, I really enjoyed that environment. I liked being one of the guys in the factory. I liked having the banter, having the laugh. I liked coming home feeling like I'd worked hard that day. I was worth the money that I was being paid for it. The thing with that though, it was a little bit of an attitude, as I've written there, of kind of just getting through the week. It's different. I don't know if you've got background experience in warehouses or factories. Some are great, some not so great. You don't have any control about who you work with. Certainly one of the things that I've come to really, really enjoy and respect about the business that we're in now is that nowadays I get to choose who I work with. Back then I didn't. And the last place that I worked just before starting the business, it really was kind of, getting through the week as quickly as possible, and again, I had a lot of pipeline dreams. I was very lucky to work with one of my best friends, and we always just come up with these schemes of, not schemes, that sounds wrong, but ideas. We could run this business, we could start this up, we could do this together, we could be a partnership. I put there, does it sound familiar? Because I think, Craig showed you that slide where one person will be rich and 4 people will be financially independent, and typically they run their own business. I think at some point we all want to run our own business. I know that I certainly did. But I never, one or two things, I never actually had the get up and go and do it. And secondly, I wouldn't have had a clue how to do it. Again, my background is warehouses and factories. Going from that to starting my own business was quite a scary thought. So as much as I wanted to, I never actually did get out there and do something about it. And that's where I was, as I say, as a 24-year-old. Things changed. This beautiful lady came into my life. As it says, along came Helen. And again, things start changing. Your focus comes away from the football, from the pub, and all the rest of it, because you start looking towards the future. And what happened was 2 years later, we bought our first house. Really, really magical day. I was working in a factory at the time. Helen was working in an office. Between us, our combined incomes was just about enough covering the mortgage. So I don't know if you've ever had this sort of concept where you get paid monthly, and for 2 weeks you're fine, for 2 weeks you're skin, looking for payday, and then it's 2 weeks fine, 2 weeks skin. That's where we were, but we were young, we were in love, and we had our first house together. Again, things can change. Things can change very, very quickly. And what happens 2 weeks after getting that first house was this gorgeous little girl came along. This is my eldest daughter. We've got 2 now, but this is the first one, Georgina. And yeah, that changes things from, as I said, priorities changed. Priorities massively changed. I went from being that person to falling in love with Helen, getting our first house. Yes, of course, we were looking into the future for things like that, but I wasn't expecting after 2 weeks, if I'm totally honest. So again, this is what I started thinking to myself. And I'm sure I'm not the only one in the UK that's thinking this. I'm going to be a dad. I've got people, good, tiny little baby, completely dependent, and it's my job to look after. I was always brought up that the man of the house is the one that provides, and now I'm thinking, crikey, I've got to provide. So yeah, that's where we were. How are we going to look after a child as well? We weren't, to be totally honest, just on the incomes that we were having. So we started trying different things. Helen went and worked part-time in a pub. I had done some agency work in the past, so whilst working 55 hours a week in the factory, Then at weekends, I went out and did sort of between 16 and 20 hours over the weekends in another factory, to be honest with you, with that agency. Yeah, we even applied for envelope filling. To this day, I actually haven't heard back from them, so 8 years down the line. So I'm glad I didn't hold out for that one. I certainly held my breath on it. I even considered the idea of joining the army, that idea that, yes, you come and work for us, we'll look after you, we'll provide you with a home and income and all the rest of it. We were basically, in a nutshell, we were looking, I put there, we were lookers, we were looking for a solution, we were looking for an answer. So many times I'm thinking at night, there's got to be something out there. Again, I enjoyed the environment, but I was looking at people that I worked with, some of them sort of 40 and 50 years old, that had always been in that environment. And at the age of 24, that's a long way off, and that was quite scary to me. I didn't want to be in that position 30, 40 years down the line, So yeah, we really started looking for other things and what could happen, to be honest. And then yeah, one night I came home to find this guy talking to Helen, and basically he was talking about what you've been seeing tonight. Skeptical, yes, I was extremely. I'll be totally honest with you. The silly mistake that I had in my brain was I didn't buy from a catalogue or from a home shopping company, so I assumed other people didn't. I couldn't be more wrong. So some statistics recently that 1 in 10 people buy. Well, I was just one of the 9 in 10 that didn't buy. So yes, I was very, very skeptical about it. It was something very new to me, something very unique. Craig's already gone through that with you tonight about what this opportunity has to offer. But I think because it was so far away from anything that I'd ever done before, I really wasn't sure about how I'd get on with it, to be totally honest with you. But this question kept cropping back up into my head. What if? What if everything that I'd been told about the business, what if everything I'd been shown was possible about the business really was? What if I bumped into someone in 10 years' time and I was completely gutted that I hadn't taken full opportunity off of it? So in the end, again, I'm going to be totally honest with you tonight. Craig said I'm a real person, and yes, I am. If nothing else, I'll prove it doesn't work. That was my words to Helen. If nothing else, it sounded too good an opportunity just to kind of sweep under the carpet and move on. So I thought, okay, worst case scenario, try it, write it off, and we can move on to something else. The problem with that though was, oh sorry, I'll click on just very quickly again. Yeah, just a bit of information when we got started. The problem with that was that within 2 weeks we earned £264, and genuinely I'm thinking, okay, it does work. The reason I put that within 2 weeks, Craig explained that the company pay you a volume profit every 4 weeks. Basically, myself and Helen started 2 weeks into that 4-week period. So yeah, 2 weeks we earned £264. So you could say my skepticism is starting to change. I'm seeing money in my pocket. Then we hit our first full period, 4 weeks, and yeah, we went out and earned £459. Now, guys, this was. Craig said many times with that presentation that on a part-time basis, I was working 55 hours a week in a factory. Helen was working a 40-hour week, and she was pregnant at the same time. Now, all it really was a matter of coming home and doing an hour to 2 hours, in an evening, basically giving up a little bit of telly time. Nothing massively important on there, nothing that I've really struggled to have to catch up with that was on telly, those dramas and sitcoms that drag you into it. It was just basically a case of going out and thinking it wasn't a fluke. I've proved it now. Over 6 weeks we've earned over £600. As far as I'm concerned, that's the unique opportunity that I've been told about and what Craig's been talking to you about tonight as well. So this really opened my eyes when I went to a couple of events. I saw ordinary people doing really, really well with the business. Ordinary people like you and me. Factory workers, housewives, teachers, doctors, all walks of life, right across the spectrum, male and female, from 18 through to the oldest distributor I met at the time was 64, if memory serves me correctly. Ordinary people like you and me just doing really, really well. So that really opened up my eyes to kind of what really was achievable with this business. Now, as I say, as much as I enjoyed the factory life, the last place that I was working with wasn't the best. The management system, a few bits and pieces, health and safety and things like that kind of got in the way of working and earning our bonus. So yeah, 8 weeks after starting, I'd had a little bit of a rant on the phone, if I'm honest. And Helen's always been a great believer in, you've got to do what you enjoy. You're doing it for a long, long time. It's a big proportion of your life, so you've got to enjoy it. So basically, she phones this gentleman that had already come to see us, got him to come round again, and basically we had a chat about, the type of people we've met at the meetings, how they got started, how they went with the business. That night, I made a decision to quit my full-time job and go full-time into the business. I put that, I was so excited. That is an absolute understatement. A little bit scary at the time, maybe some will say, but I had great confidence and belief because I'd already met these people, because I'd already earned myself an income. I could see what's happening. I've just put a few pictures on there. That was actually my last day working for somebody else some 8 years ago now. It seems an absolute lifetime away, completely different to how I am these days. But yeah, last day in factory life, that was a nice feeling to walk out of there. Now, the reason I've put this check on here, this is the first check I received from the company in our first 4 weeks as a full-time distributor. Okay, so as I've said so far, we've worked the business for 8 weeks part-time. I then quit my job, went full-time, and this is the first full 4-week period, if you like. Okay. And the reason I've put this on here, again, Craig was saying at the start, about the great incomes that were achievable. I like to be really upfront and show people what's possible from day one. I think sometimes the mistake people make is that, with a business, it takes years and years and years to build up, and you put a lot of time and effort into it without seeing a great result. That £1,014 was my first 4 weeks in the business full time, with no sales background or any type of business background or anything like that. Just basically a good work ethic and being prepared to listen. So literally anybody can go out there and really do well with this business. I really did I learned a lot that year. I learned that it's completely up to me. It's very, very different being self-employed to having a job. The great thing with a business is there's always someone there to show you, to step by step, along the next thing. It was completely up to me to be using every hour wisely. The joy of being self-employed. I don't know about you. I didn't always get on with all of my bosses or managers or even supervisors. So not having anyone to answer to was a massive weight lifted from my shoulders. It really, really was. And again, the excitement and possibilities that every new day brought. Getting out of bed in the morning thinking, what can I do with the business today? What else can I go out there and create? What future can I create for my brand new family? My little girl is obviously still very little at this point. Just that real enjoyment of going out there and doing something special with your day. It was a lot of fun, it really was. Now, again, I want to be very honest with you and show you what's possible from day one. In our first year, as it says there, we earned £22,700 out of this business. Now, yes, I was full-time for the majority of that year. Okay, saying there's guys in the team at the moment that have actually earned more than that on a part-time basis. So maybe I should have pulled my finger out a little bit more, to be honest with you. But when I worked this out, this blew me away. Okay, in 2011 we earned £56,800. Now the reason that blew me away was because, well, it's £56,800. When I was working in the factories, the most I'd ever earned it was months then, obviously we work on a 4-week period now, but in a month the most I'd ever earned was £850. It normally averaged about 800. That happened to be a good month. We've done well on the production side of life, and we received a little bonus at the same time. Okay, so to give you an idea, in 7-8 years, we've increased, myself and Helen have increased our income by over £34,000. Whereas before this business, I only ever earned £9,000 a year. I've increased my income by triple what I used to earn. Not because I'm big and clever or anything at all like that, because the system that's in place, because the structure that we've got, and because of putting a little bit of hard work in. You work hard for someone else, why not work hard for yourself? And I wanted to ask you a little bit of a question. If you're not earning £50,000 per annum now, if you keep doing exactly what you're doing now, will you earn it within the next 5 years? Now, I know when I was in the factories, I could completely and utterly answer that with a categoric no. It was never ever going to happen, and I was very lucky to find this business as what you guys are now, obviously sitting online and getting a little bit of a feel for it. But ask yourself that question. You know, £50,000 is a lot of money. The great thing about it is within the business, it's so achievable if you simply, and Craig's already said this, respect yourself enough to employ yourself. Go out there and work the business. You know, we're looking for some really great people all across UK and Ireland. Excuse me, sorry. And it's very possible to go out there and achieve that by just simply doing this, sticking to the system. You know, I'm not a pioneer or anything at all like that. I've stuck to the system that I was shown, a proven track record. Somebody said to me, if you stick to this system, you will earn what you want to earn. Guess what? I stuck to that system. I'm now earning what I want to earn. You know, coaching by successful people, listening to those successful people, and yeah, really going out there and sort of enjoying yourself. It's a lot of fun. Now, I wanted to share this with you because I've lived by these two quotes that since I've been in the business with, and this first one I think could really probably appeal to everybody that's listening right now. You know, start where you are with the tools you have. Better ones will be found along the way. Okay. The reason I've put that is because I'm a great believer in getting out there and doing something, getting started. You know, not waiting for the right time. Because as far as I'm concerned, the right time come. You know, sometimes I speak to some great people and I can see them doing really well in the business. That, well, we'll just get this sorted out first. We'll just get that sorted out, and we'll get back to you in a month, 6 months, a year's time. You know, there's never a better time to start than now. And I'm not just talking about getting started with a business. In everything that you do, you know, there's never a better time to actually go out there and do it. And I think having that attitude really helped me in the early days, kind of thinking, okay, I don't completely fully understand what I'm doing or exactly how it works, but I've got some faith and I'm going to start, and I will learn a better skill, which can then help me complete the task better, and I'll learn another skill, and so on and so on. And you start building, you get that compound effect, you know. Another thing that I wanted to put on here as well is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. The reason I put that on there is because that's pretty much the whole ethos of the group, the Imagine group, you know, which you were seeing a little bit about earlier. And basically how the entire networking business works. It's all about helping other people. It's a concept that I've never really heard of before coming into the business. It's a concept that I really enjoy. But yeah, it really was a lot of fun, to be honest, you know, kind of learning all of those things and caring for people. It makes a really good difference. So, simplicity. I love simplicity. I love it. I can't say the word. Sorry, simplicity. This is how simple the business is. Retail, move products, sponsor, help people to get started, and then coach people. Help people earn what they want, but really help them. You know, really care for them. That is the simplicity of the business. It's just beautiful, to be honest, in its simplicity. You know, this is so true. Having a great team around you is the most rewarding, enjoyable experience in your time. Okay, yeah, sorry, in your life, I should say. It really is. You know, having great people around you, enjoying what you're doing, having friends around you. You know, nobody to kind of answer to, and all the rest of it. Seeing together, everyone achieves more. There's, you know, just a few of my philosophies and kind of how I believe the business builds. So, very quickly, there's nothing you can't achieve with the right people around you. Be it £50 a week or 50,000 per annum. Okay, you've got the right support system around you, which I believe in the Imagine Group that we really have. You know, if I can build this business, so can you. What I was showing you there, that sort of 56,000. If you might be on here tonight just looking for £50 a week. If I can, a factory worker can go out and earn themselves 56,000. Trust me, you can go out and earn that £50 or €500, whatever it may be, on a weekly or monthly basis. Okay, so